Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. So I was kind of screwing around with Europa Universalis 4 and I was having a lot of fun, and I decided we would do an Overpowered Ireland playthrough. I am going to rename my country real quick here. We'll just start off as Era, just as the Irish name for Ireland, and I'll quickly go through the things. This is our flag. It's not supposed to be, I mean, it can be the Judaism thing. It should flip to a different flag later on. I mean, these are just like some of the Irish colors. I think this is supposed to be like a deeper blue. Where's the deeper blue? There, that kind of blue. I will probably just go with no emblem. Let's play with the paradox one for fun, actually. Let's do the paradox emblem. So yeah, this is what we're going to start off as. This is our map color. This is our leader. Our leader is Dub Lena Shannon. Has 666, age 40, with free thinker, technology cost reduction, and goods produced modifier. We are Irish, Catholic, Western Merchant Republic, and we are Empire rank. Our ideas are administrative technology cost reduction, idea cost reduction, diplomatic technology cost reduction, military technology cost reduction, global settler increase, native assimilation, development cost, colonist naval force limit, and yearly Republican tradition. So there's a number of reasons and ideas behind this. I'm basically going to be trying to play tall as humanly possible. I'm going to try to become essentially Super Ireland with massive colonies throughout the world. And rather than starting as an OPM, I thought I would make myself a little bit overpowered. So the rationale behind taking administrative technology reduction is that if I'm saving 60 admin per technology, that's another piece of development I can shove into my provinces. And similarly, if I just want to save as much military points as possible, and that's why I also have development cost reductions down here, so that as we save monarch points throughout the game, we'll even save some more. Then I decided to put in global settler increase because I know that around when I unlock this is when, because I did a little bit of a test game, I know that around when I unlock this is when I will get, I'll have about 2 colonies going in the New World, and native assimilation, just so I make a little bit more money from my colonies in the form of goods produced. I think that's how that works. Development cost is just so for all the monarch points that I'm saving, I can develop a little bit more efficiently. I'm also going to pick up 2 extra colonists, because around here is when I'll be able to support 4 colonists in terms of finances. And then we'll take a naval force limit modifier just so we can have a huge amount of ships protecting trade. And then finally, we're going to take yearly Republican tradition so that we can keep using the same leaders over and over, because we are a merchant republic, and if we repeat a leader, he gets upgrading skills, which is just going to result in us having even more monarch points throughout the game without suffering too much on the Republican tradition front. So let's get started as Overpowered Ireland. We're just going to be going into, I guess I could do Iron Man. I mean, I wasn't going to. I'm just going to leave it in normal mode in case I have like issues or something, or bugged out, or I might need to like console command fix something that goes wrong. This isn't like a hardcore playthrough. We're not really trying to achieve anything. We're here just for fun. So we'll talk about our opening moves. It's going to be a lot of sitting around. I'll probably do some cutting here or there if there's nothing really happening. We don't have to worry about any of this. What we can do here is we have too few rivals, and it looks like Scotland wants to be our rival. That's fine. I guess I could go after Scotland pretty early into the game. Wouldn't be terrible. They do have the old alliance. I could actually go for an alliance with England early game to get to work on conquering Scotland and getting a part of my culture, because I believe if I check my culture, some of these provinces are actually in my culture, which would be really nice to pick them up. So yeah, that's what we'll probably look into doing. Now, we don't make much money as Ireland yet, but we do have a few things that we can do to increase this. So because we're a merchant republic, we are going to want to focus on trade. I'm going to put a merchant in here because he's going to add a multiplier to collect from trade here. You just get a little multiplier. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start shuffling with my other 2 merchants. I'm going to shuffle some trade power forward here to make more money in the English Channel, because we're going to privateer here. So if we go in here, we're going to transfer trade power because this is an inland trade node and we will get a large boost to our inland bonus here of our caravan power. And we'll be able to shuffle a little bit of that trade power towards England. And I'm going to do the same here with Birk O'Flaherty. We're going to transfer trade power towards this node. So we're kind of getting a benefit. And the additional benefit that we'll get there is that I'll get multipliers to my trade power in the North Sea where I'm collecting. We are losing a little bit of money, but that's normal. We haven't really set up our ships yet. So let's have a look at our ships. We have 5. We have a really big, stupid fleet that we do not need. I could mothball this, but what I'm most likely to do is to just... Well, I guess I'll mothball it. We're going to mothball this. We are going to get our trade ships here. We're going to get a naval admiral, because he will give us an extra 15% trade power. And then we're just going to privateer in the English Channel. We won't make a huge amount of money because the trade power disparity here, although England does have a majority, which means we do get a good privateer efficiency. So we'll check out how much we make from that. And we'll kind of just have a look at how our income is. We're probably going to focus on building up our trade fleet here to privateer pretty effectively in here. It's not a render of Maine, okay. Now, England does want condottieri. And so we might actually do that, because we do have a transport fleet and we could fight with them. And it would be a way for us to weaken England and get money off them. So how much would you like? They would like this army at double the price. What if I were to put a leader in charge of this army? This guy, he's not amazing. I think maybe I'll go up to 4 cavalry. Maybe I'll just stick to 2 cavalry. I'll, in fact, you know what? I'm going to disband this cavalry because cavalry are a bit expensive. If we are going to be transporting away these guys, we are going to want to have a few infantry to defend this strait, just so we're not totally defenseless. So I'll build those there. And I will go ahead and send my condottieri to this guy. They will pay 2x. They won't pay any more, so they will pay 5.51 per month with an upfront payment of a decent amount. So we're going to offer them as our condottieri. We're going to take these guys off of mothball so we can transport our fleet to somewhere useful. And now we get to see how things are going. So let's get these guys transported. I don't have enough transports. So we will march to here. And we're now privateering in this place. So let's have a look at how much we're making from that. We're making a bit less here now, which is to be expected. But we are now making 0.33 from spoils of war. And we're getting some money from the condottieri, which is quite good too. Let's see if we can make it over here to fight the Scottish. A good excuse to go to war with them. It looks like we need to control this strait so we can cross. Okay, looks like somebody has joined a trade league. Looks like there will be a fight here, but we do have a lot of heavy ships, so I'm not too worried about that. Why can't you cross? Interesting. Oh, I guess we can't really fight. Right, my ships, technically I'm not in the war, right, so I need England to fight them off. And England should win this. They have a fairly bigger fleet. Okay. I'd love to hire people, but I'm already sort of negative gold. So I'm not going to worry about that just yet. If we check our trade, let's look at our multipliers. So you can see here we're getting plus 10% from transfers downstream, which is pretty good. This should increase over time. A lot of it is being pulled forward to here. Right, now I want you to transfer this towards England, and I want you to transfer towards England, and that should increase the value of this trade node, thus increasing the amount of money I get from privateering. Now we're making 0.39. Okay, cool. Okay, condottiero army can cross, and we can start to assist. We also have kind of fulfilled a mission. We have built to our force limit, so that will actually make our armies cheaper, which is useful. And what we can also do is we can grab our privateers and just add a few ships to this. Let's go ahead and add 1, 2, 3 ships to it for now. We will... Oh, that's a bit too much. Let me cancel one of those. Let me cancel this one. It's a little bit much right now. Yeah, 2 ships, so that'll cover our costs. Then I'm going to mothball this navy because I don't need it right now, and it'll save me a bit of income, and I can actually hire an advisor. Now, early game, I'm going to want to very quickly get my hands on innovative ideas here, mainly for the scientific revolution here. This extra tech cost is going to save us even more admin monarch points, basically, that we can spend on development. There's some other really nice things here, like a little bit of prestige decay, mercenary maintenance. That's good if we ever need to have a few mercenaries in our army to make up for manpower, because we are going to be a merchant republic. We're going to have a lot of money, so we can trade money for manpower. And then we'll have cheaper tech, more advisors, cheaper inflation reduction, better war exhaustion, extra leaders, and cheaper advisors. So we're going to go ahead and... Now, how do I upgrade my empire again? Okay, I'm already at the maximum rank. Great. So I want to do something. I was going to do something and I need to remember what it is. Yeah, my ideas. So I want to get this as fast as possible. So I'm actually going to prioritize admin tech here. And I'm going to go ahead and take the national tax because that'll offset the cost of the advisor a little bit. I'll still be losing a bit of money, but it should sort of begin to offset it. We're going to go up to speed 4 here during this war. I'm not too worried about getting into trouble because I'll be able to navigate around and capture some places. We'll lose a little bit of soldiers to attrition, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and stand in Ayrshire and pillage it, I think. Oh, I actually can't make it, but I guess we'll pillage here. I guess we're looting, right? Yeah, we are looting 1.4 ducats per month, which is really nice. Considering England is paying our army costs, this is just money saved that we're making right now. I could almost certainly afford another advisor if you gave me some sort of income. Trade efficiency, you would be almost right, but you're too expensive. So we'll just keep churning along like this. Very slowly, very slightly losing money, which is okay. You might say that helping England is maybe not the best thing to do at this point in the game, but I need something to do with my army, and they're making money for me. Slowly but surely. Basically, I'm stealing cash from these guys. I can't fight. So I need to go fight. That should remove the disappointment factor. And then I'll siege down Lothian, I think. That seems like a reasonable thing to do with my little army. That'll keep them happy. It'll cost me a bit of manpower to do this, but it should take care of this and keep my condottieri going. Yeah, it'll cost me a bit due to reinforcements, but it'll be fine, it'll be fine. Now, part of the reason that I picked Merchant Republic is because I don't have to deal with estates. Instead, I can just deal with factions, which are more fun in my opinion. I don't really enjoy playing with estates. I think they're a bit silly and min-maxy. So I just chose to ignore them. Keep capturing this, okay. Should fall pretty soon, Lothian. They should be fairly happy with our participation. We have a high income. This is going to make it cheaper to construct. I'm not going to bother doing this yet, although I do kind of want to do some of these missions. So how far ahead of time are we? We are not ahead of time at all, so we need to get up to these as fast as possible. And we'll hopefully gain a little bit of innovativeness from it, which would be superb. All right. Lose 10 prestige and gain some power. Yep, I like that idea. I extremely undervalue prestige. I don't think prestige is very important at all. It's just a particular style and way that I like to play. Prestige is basically doesn't matter. Let's see if we can join this fight. I guess we can't. See, is there any loot for me to pick up here? There's a little bit in Lothian that I could steal. There's a little bit of loot around the place, so let's work on that. May as well loot. It's probably the best thing we can do with this army right now. We can loot one more month here and then we'll move on. We'll move here. It looks like there's a little bit of loot here. Cool beans. Nice. Making some money from those spoils of war. Yeah, you can see we're getting now a decent amount of loot from the English Channel now that we're up to 7 ships here. Could we go higher? Not yet. I'll have to do some development before I'll be able to get that sort of an army going. Okay, one more month of looting. There's a little bit in Perth, Inverness, and Aberdeen. Keep looting here. Devastation hurts, and there are a lot of negative effects from being looted. But... ah, there's the peace. Okay, so we can bring our army back. You come over here. Can I wake this fleet up? Then I will... I can't get over to help. Ah, we can invest in a new technology. We are going to pick up this. This will give us innovativeness, which is what we want. And we can also now build a church, which we might do in my capital to make cash development here a little bit more effective. Base tax development here. So we're going to go ahead and build a church. That'll just give us that little bit of an early game boost when we're doing development, because we're going to be trying to do a lot of development in our capital. We want a pretty strong capital for this mission here. We want to get up to 30 development. I can't transport, which is annoying. Maybe if I got another cog here, that would do it. Need to get over here to see if I can help. Although, I might just, like, soak up their cash. They're paying me 5.22 per month, which is really good money. We're unlikely... oh, hello. They already got the War of the Roses. That's really good, actually. That means England is going to be in bad shape for a while. Particularly because they have all this war exhaustion and stuff from these occupied provinces. And we're sucking up 5.2 ducats of theirs a month, which is superb and exactly what we want. But if I can help them, I will make an attempt because it'll make me look better. I could probably afford to spend a little bit of my money on development here. So I'm going to just get a couple points here to see if I can maybe get another Navy force limit. How close am I to getting another naval force limit here? Let me have a look. I need 6 more development, it looks like. Okay. Well, I'll wait until I have these techs before I start doing more development. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm sorry. I'm waiting for this boat to be finished so I can help. I have 4 months to participate in a battle to keep this cash flow. I'm going to go ahead and take mercantilism. It's a really nice benefit. Come on. I guess I just can't help, so I'm just going to absorb up these last few points of money and be done with it. That's okay. So we're going to keep the same leader because we want him to stay in power. He's a 666 and we would be trading for a thing. And while we have Republican tradition, we may as well keep him because he's also making our tech cheaper amongst other things that he's doing for us. He's just providing us with a lot right now. So we're going to want to get these innovative ideas done as fast as possible. That's going to give us cheaper advisor costs. And then we're going to want to go exploration, expansion, and then perhaps a military tech. we'll kind of see. We'll play it by ear. I could definitely be running a person right now. I don't know if that one's very good. I think land force limit is not really what I'm looking for. But I think I don't like taking that because I can end up overbuilding, and then when I run out of that guy, it's not so good. But yeah, we have a decent amount of cash stored up. We have a thing built here, so it's most efficient to build thingy development in Mead. Probably gonna have to wait until we have a couple more techs before we really do a lot of development. Yeah, unfortunately, they were not happy to take our condottieri. They took our thingy away. But we are slowly building up innovativeness, which is good because it's meaning we're saving even more power, which is exactly what we want to do if we're going to be trying to develop our territory a lot. Now, our army is a little bit expensive. I think I'm okay with slightly being over the force limit in terms of my navy. Yeah, 0.21. We're going to mothball this fleet. I don't think I need 3 heavy ships, so tell you what I'll do. I'll see if England want to buy one. Maybe Scotland would like to sell ships. Are you at war, Brittany? Okay, Brittany's at war. Denmark, would you like to buy a thingy? What if I made it cheaper? Buying the fleet would extend their force limit. What about Burgundy? Burgundy isn't at war. Would you like to buy a carrack? They would, and they would buy it for 40. And that would save me a decent amount of maintenance and also take me under the force limit. So I think I will sell one of these carracks to Burgundy. That'll make it much cheaper to have my fleet maintained. We've got a mothballed navy that's much cheaper now. I don't think I actually really need this many ships because I don't plan on really doing much naval invasions and stuff. Oh wow, they just took Burgundy and Castile. Holy crap! This is... I don't think I've ever seen this happen this quick into the game. That is insane. That is like 5 years in. Who are you at war with now? Morocco. Holy crap. Spain just became like a superpower. If they can hold on to this land, I'm pretty sure Spain just became one of the most powerful civs in the game. That's insane. Okay, we are losing a little bit of money due to having 2 advisors, but that's okay. We will slowly be able to build up the amount of advisors that we can stock up on. We'll soon be able to get Marketplace. We won't get the Innovativeness for it unless we can get it soon. Ah, just 1 month too late. That's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. We're up to 6 Innovativeness. I'm not going to be really building forts. I'll probably build 1 fort in Ulster when I have the cash to support it and build it. Just so that, like, crossing it here is more difficult. So Theodoro joined a trade league owned by Genoa. Can I found a trade league? There's a fun idea. So Genoa is a merchant republic, so I think I can actually found a trade league. Like, let's have a look here. How do I make a trade league? Can I do that? Let me look that up. EU4 Trade League. Merchant republics and Vichy Republic can form multiple. Creating a trade league. Any merchant republic of any country as a single province can be invited to be a member of a trade league. So, factor. Okay, cool. A trade leader gets an automatic trade dispute on an will generate such customer by action. Get a 50% trade. Ooh. So let's see if we can maybe get some people to join our trade league. Let's look for some OPMs, maybe. Anjou, that's Provence. They don't have that. Let's have a look. Gelre is a 2-province minor. East Frisia is in a trade league already. Oldenburg is in a trade league. You're in a trade league. Damn. What about you? Frankfurt. Let's see. Invite to trade league. So if I improve relations with these guys, I can almost certainly get them to join my trade league. I'm not really concerned about allies. I could probably ally with France. But let's see if we can get a few people in our trade league. You can see here my pirates are stealing a little bit of the cash here, which is quite nice. Okay, bubbling buffoon. Babbling buffoon, rather. Buffoon? Babbling buffoon. Told us things. Transferring cash this way. Okay, cool. The English Channel looks like it's struggling a little. We should be able to afford these in the not too distant future. And we want to rush down these techs as fast as possible. So the Renaissance has appeared. And in order to get the Renaissance a little bit quicker, I'll probably do a little bit of development in my capital to try and speed it up. I want to get up to like 20 development here if I can. I do want to make sure though that I'm prioritizing getting these techs. So we'll kind of hold off on that because we're getting 12 from this one, which is pretty nice. Let's have a look. So yeah, I could get into a trade league if I can find some OPMs who are amenable to it. So we'll get to work on Frankfurt. Let's see, is there anyone else who's pretty small? Alsace could maybe join. Yeah, if I improve relations with Alsace, maybe they'll join. Get a little trade league going with some of these guys. I don't know if there's like any major benefits, but I think it could be fun. Could be fun to do. Merchant republics or Vichy republics that have a trade league are able to create new one province miners. The new nation will be independent, but part of the trade league and will never leave the trade league on its own. Trading city. Oh, I can make trading cities? Ooh. Cool. So I can make little trading cities. I could turn a lot of England's cities into trade leagues. If I can just get a trade league going, I could make like little port city trade leagues. If I go to war with England, like I could turn like these into little trading cities. That could be a lot of fun. Make little trading cities out of England. And one over here. They would steer a lot towards this city. Ooh, I like that idea. That seems like fun. Make little trading cities, you know? It seems like a cool idea. Let's make sure we have all our stuff aligned in a row. Let's go up to speed 5. We're mostly just like slowly burning through our cash. +1 stability. I could go up to +2 stability here if I boost. The lack of Republican traditions will make it more expensive, but going up to 2 stability would be very, very nice because that'll boost a lot of my stuff like global trade power, national tax modifier, missionary strength, yearly corruption, institution spread, all that good stuff. So I think jumping up to 2 stability here is a pretty good move here. Privateer goes rogue, so we lose a little bit of trade efficiency. That's okay. We have a little bit of this. Guild leaders, we could lose some prestige, or we could lose a little bit of all our powers. I don't really care about prestige. The local production efficiency is probably worth more to me too. A couple of years here until this is done. Scotland is fabricating claims on us, which is to be expected. Okay, these guys are almost happy to join our trade league. Okay, the War of the Roses is over, so that's good for England. Okay, they're unhappy that I pirated them. That's normal. How does France... How do you feel about this? I'm pirating a bunch of people in this trade node. Yeah. I'm pirating England, so that's going to upset them a little bit. But I need that money. I need that, like, it might only be 0.8 ducats, but damn, that's 0.8 ducats I don't otherwise have. Let's have a look at these guys. 12 nobles in Des Ibn. Let's get over here and see if we can preemptively have our army ready. Fight that off. It's going to be expensive. I think I am going to lower my army maintenance a little bit here. To about 50-ish%. Have them sit in mead. I don't want to be... I would really like to be drilling my army, but I just can't really afford it right now at this point in the game. So let's go ahead and invite these guys to my trade league. I'm going to pull back my guy from France. We will go ahead and invite these guys to our trade league. So I can't go down to minus 50 prestige, but that's okay. So let's have a look. That's gonna... Does that eat up one of our Diplo slots? I'm curious. No. It does. Being in a trade league does, but not each member does. So let's have a look at trade... Is there a trade league button? No, it doesn't look like it. But we have a member of our trade league now. And we can also get another one here in a few days. So this will be Alsace. And they're transferring trade power to me now. So do I actually have trade power here? Did that increase or decrease my income? I'm not sure. But we have some trade power in the Rhineland ready to go. Let's see if we can pick up some more members of our trade league. Baden is a 2. Here's Württemberg. Let's go ahead and improve relations with Württemberg. We'll pull back from Frankfurt and from Alsace now. Ansbach could probably join our trade league, so we'll send them an improved relation. And we'll go ahead and re-improve relations with France here to try to bring them up a little bit friendlier. We gain some corruption. That hurts, but I don't think we need to spend money on it because we have corruption from positive stability and thingy. So I'm okay just having that little bit of a painful thing because it'll naturally decay. So I'm not worried about it. I don't want to actually spend my money on that. I don't think it's worth it. So again, we're going to keep this guy. We are going to lose another 10 Republican tradition, but it's not the end of the world. Austria is now considered a great power. Very good. I think Castile should be... Oh, wow. Castile... Oh, it is. Yeah, look at this. Castile is like one of the biggest, most powerful nations in the world. So we're going to pick up admin tech here. That's going to give us even more innovativeness. And we have plenty of time to fill out our idea group. We're going to go for innovative... Now, humanism is probably almost equal, but this just saves me tech cost across all of my tech. So I think this is way more worth it to go for innovative because you spend a lot more points on techs over the game's course than you do on ideas, in my opinion. It might even be worth my while to wait on these. Unless I can get the... If I can't get the innovativeness, I'll wait until I have the tech reduction. But if I can get the innovativeness, I'll get them straight away. So we are now friendly with France. They don't want an alliance because they have too many diplomatic relations. That's okay. What about Castile? Who is Castile's friend? Let's improve our relations with them. Got some trade leagues happening. Okay, I'm getting my provinces claimed. I might do defensive stuff here. Yeah, they're claiming all my stuff, those jerks. It's okay, I'm not worried about this war. I am going to have you guys sitting on my defensive province, though. Let's have a look. Okay, things are churning along nicely. Guild restrictions, local trade power, +2. Yeah, we'll go for a strong guild. That's fine. Should be able to get a tech soon. Renaissance is not embraced. It will get here slowly. It should get here much faster once I start investing into these provinces. Okay, they're claiming a lot of my tiles. They don't really have any allies, though. which is fine. So this will this get us innovativeness? Yes, so I will go ahead and take it because innovativeness is very hard to get and it's very valuable. And plus it'll also increase our army, which makes us scarier. So I'm going to just take the little bit of corruption here. Again, I have natural corruption decay, so it's not a big deal. We have many, many years that we can spend on manpower before we need to get to Arquebus. So this is where we're going to start doing a bit of our early game development. Is in between these techs. I am probably making enough money now to afford to safely take this, and I think Morale of Navies is a reasonable one to take, and plus this guy's pretty young, so he'll live for a while. Oh, our military advisor died. I'm gonna take... Oh, I like the land maintenance modifier, but I also like discipline. I'm gonna take land maintenance. This guy's a little bit older, but this is gonna save me some money on my army. +1 merchant here would be pretty good. The global trade power would be nice. I think I'm going to take the extra merchant. Let me see. Where could I actually make use of this merchant? Is the real question. I don't really have any more trade routes in range until I get some more trade range. Which I am about to pick up some trade range. So how far away is this? So our trade range is currently 210, and this is 249 away. Yeah, I think I'll just I'll take the global trade power. You can see my income is pretty weak right now, but once we start colonizing North America, that should get a lot better. Oh, and we can also pick up some more ideas here. We're going to pick up prestige decay. This is going to be pretty cheap, 338, and it'll also give her innovativeness +1, and it'll give us prestige decay, which is quite nice because it means we'll recover faster to 0 decay, and we'll also, once we get prestige, it won't go away so quickly. And the extra trade efficiency here and corruption is going to be nice, and extra innovativeness. We've already built up 13 innovativeness, and it's like 10 years into the game. That's incredible. Really, that 1% power reduction is gonna build up over time. So let's talk to Ansbach. They will join my trade league now. Okay. These guys will also join my trade league. Now, I'm not like getting over my diplomatic limits, am I? No. This is fine. But being in a trade league, like if I click here, can I see that? Ah, yes, I can. I can see my trade league friends. So these guys are giving me trade power. Now, it's not helping me yet, but what it does mean is I can create a subject. How do I create a trading city? Let me have a look here. Trading city, let's see. Able to create a new one province minor out of one of the provinces. So how do I do that? How to make a trade city EU4. There needs to be remain to my province state limit. I don't take up a big relationship. Okay. So rather than put them in like these high trade power provinces, I'll probably look for goods with high value. So that's probably what I'll do. I know I'm like doing a bit of Googling while we're playing, but this isn't like an expert playthrough. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm screwing around. I'm learning new things. I haven't played EU4 properly in a while. That's why we're doing an Overpowered Ireland game. Alright, cool. I would love to be drilling this army, but it's not an option right now. But what I will do is I'm going to lower my costs here so that I can save up money and maybe build a few more buildings. Like a little bit of trade power here in Mead would be nice. I think taxation would also be good. Picking up that little bit of gold. Like, this is the sort of gold that can snowball you over the course of the game. I could also build a fort here. I think I'm going to go for Kildara. Pick up that little bit of gold throughout the game, and that'll help us out. Okay, let's recall the diplomat with Württemberg. Let's see if we can find any more OPMs. Ulm would probably join our trade league. Nuremberg would possibly join our trade league. Genoa has embraced Renaissance. Let's go ahead and improve relation with them. So I have a decent bit of spare power here. I'm going to go ahead and spend it in my capital to pick up some stuff. I'm probably going to put like a few points of everything in. Let's see here. If I pick up a little bit here, this will give me some Renaissance, which is really what I'm hoping to pick up. Yeah, look at that. Now we're up to 15, so that should speed up the rate at which we get the Renaissance. Yeah, 0.9 per month, and we get a nice boost to it. And it also just in general increases the potential power of my civ. Of my country. I should have picked up a decent amount of manpower and stuff here. Let's see here. Right, we'll call that diplomat with Castile and see if they want an alliance. Actually, they're pretty close. I am going to grab... I want to get the administrative power. As much as the ducats would be really nice, I do want to get this done as fast as possible. Because getting cheaper tech would be really good. And we're going to keep this guy again. We're going to keep him basically until he dies. But it is costly in terms of our Republican tradition, which can cause bad events. Mercenary maintenance and another innovativeness, which is very nice. Currently at 14, which is a really good number. We lose a corruption, so that's very good too. Cheaper for us to have mercenaries. Our manpower is a little bit small, but it should increase slowly. We are going to go for privateer efficiency, which is good. Ulm will join our trade league. Our trade league is getting pretty big, so this guy is greedy and he's less likely to join. Okay. Hesse might join? No. Nassau might join. Yeah, okay, let's improve our relations here. So we'll have a few members in our trade league over here, which doesn't do much for us until we have the trade range here. But what it means is we have this built up and we can start building trading cities over time. Ideally, I would want one in each trade zone if I can do it. Okay, we're going to lose the Republican tradition. I don't want to lose stability right now. Republican tradition is a hard thing to get, but, you know, we can get it pretty consistently once this guy's dead. It also means we'll be able to build another building and slightly increase our income. Which is important. We want to have lots and lots of income. Let's see. Force limit is still pretty small. It should increase as we keep developing. We can invest in a new idea. Here we go. Technology cost reduction. That's exactly what we want. Now we also have diplomatic tech reduction, so we're going to get this even better, which means we have more Diplo points to spend. I'm going to try to like play this carefully and not spend too many of my points, but I do want to... Cork is a really good spot to develop, but I think I want to develop my capital first, so I'm just going to continuously keep spending a little bit of points here and there, just as much as I feel comfortable spending. For two main reasons. I want to get the Renaissance a little bit quicker to save me some tech cost. And I also want Mead to have a lot of buildings in it, so I can have a really efficient place. It'll also result in me getting more and more force limit, and we are going to grab another bark here, which should do a fairly significant boost to our spoils of war. So I'm curious, are you getting a benefit from trading? Yeah, look at that. Local goods produced modifier from me trading here. So So if we take a quick look here, nobody is anti-privateering, which is good. Recall the diplomat from Ulm. I don't think... Yeah, okay. So we have you. I don't think Spain wanted to get an alliance with me, which is unfortunate. Yeah. We're a little bit weak, but as we build up in power, we should be fine. Who do they have an alliance with? Friesland. Denmark might be friends with me, actually. Nope. Let's take a look here. Let's have a look at Nuremberg. They are greedy, unfortunately, so they won't join. What about you? You will join our trade league. Cool. So the good news is, the people in our trade league, I believe they get a large benefit to goods produced. Like if we look at Nassau, yeah, you can see they're getting a nice little boost here compared to the normal goods produced modifier. So there is a benefit. They do lose some of their trading power. Although that's not really relevant yet. But it will mean I can draw more money from the Rhineland into the English Channel, which I can then use privateers to steal. I don't want to be collecting here because it's not my home port. I want to be collecting here if I can. Aristocrats lose influence, that's fine. We do want to have a little bit of money saved. In fact, I could probably drill my armies now, which I will do because army professionalism is important. It would be at the expense of building more buildings, though. Which do I value more? Drill or other things? Let's get a general. Let's have a look. Yeah, we are well on the way to having enough to do this, so I think it's safe. Probably spend another little bit of my points here on my capital. Let's bring it up to, let's say, 20. 20 will trigger it to get a little bit more from this, so that's nice. It'll basically double the income it makes from Renaissance. It'll also boost it a little bit. We can actually, if we go in here and click on Renaissance, we can see that it's spreading slowly. But it should get here reasonably fast. The first one will be hard to get, but colonialism should be relatively easy for us to pick up in comparison. This is now our top priority. I like this. Pick up a big chunk. Inflation is easy for us to buy down later on. We're going to keep this guy again, although we are now... I don't want to go below 50. 60 is about where I want to sit. What this means is we can now get possible advisors. We want to get this military cost reduction as well, so that we have even more manpower we can spend. More military power we can spend. Trade wars, that's unfortunate, losing a bit of Diplo. Things are coming along nicely, though. Overpowered Ireland will, you know, control the world, potentially. Let's have a look here. Taxation. Let's keep making money. So we're making good tax money. It looks like Spain's at war with England and Navarra. I'm thinking I could go for... Let's have a look at more trade league members. So this is Nassau. They're in my trade league now. Let's have a look. You're too big. How about you? Memmingen will improve relations with, you. Augsburg. Gonna get them in. You're already in, so I don't need to. This is Austria. Ravensburg. I think we'll send improved relations to them. A little bit of distance between borders, but hopefully with some improvements to our relationship, they might be willing to join. Get all these guys in our trade league. That could be fun. England wants my condottieri again. Let's pull this back from Augsburg. No land access to capital. Don't trust you to participate. Okay. Bummer. I'd have to get open borders with Scotland, and they won't do that because we're not friends, to say the least. All right. New year. We should be closer and closer to getting these techs. Really good. We are going to fall slightly behind in admin tech for a year or two, but we are focusing on it, so it won't be too long. Ah, Austria embraced the Renaissance. Cool. Definitely want to get this up. So I think my tech is going to cost about I think it's going to cost about 500 points, so once I hit 500 points I feel safe spending. I could probably spend more, but we're going to spend more development in our capital. Again, we want the Renaissance to establish here, so I'll put 2 military and a production, and then I'll do 1 more of each, and that'll probably cover us for the 4 years. Get the 25, and that'll actually get us the Renaissance boosted very nicely. Yeah, look at that. That's really good. Also means our capital is really highly developed. We can invest in a new idea. We will take reduced inflation cost. We need 1 more idea to get war exhaustion reduction, which is really, really good. It means wars are less costly, so we can kind of sustain a war for longer, which is nice. We're making good money. I am tempted to drill my army. Ah, Württemberg gave us a gift. Very cool. In fact, let's have a look at Württemberg. Could I set up my... No. Let's have a look. Ravensburg, I think we're improving relations with you. Memmingen, we're improving with you. Ravensburg. Augsburg. Let's improve with Augsburg and see if we can get a few more people into our trade league. Pay off over time. We have Frankfurt on our side, which is really good. Let's invest in... This is in Uline. Let's have a look. What sort of modifiers do you have? Land force limit plus 0.5. Getting that from the grain, which is nice. Friendly movement speed, supply limit, naval force limit, fish. So I think money is worth more here right now. Yeah, I think cash right now is the big thing that's kind of holding it back. Although the trade value going up would be really nice too, because it would mean I would get more money out of my trading. So it's either production or gold, and I feel like gold is a little bit more direct. Although production I feel like has longer, like has more return long term. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the tax, because that's like more of a direct income boost that I can make use of. But I do think production is a reasonable choice. So our admiral left us. Let's get a new admiral. This, yes, 3 maneuvers, so he's going to make our thingies a little bit more efficient. We're making 1.2 ducats, or 1.12 ducats from that. And we're saving up money. We're going to keep building buildings. Definitely want to get my income up as much as possible at this early stage of the game. Because gold is kind of a thing that snowballs. The more gold you have, the more gold you can make, sort of a thing. We're going to keep boosting our taxation. We just build this in Lloyd, where we, or Ulster rather, where we got a boost. Nice. I could rename it. I won't. Ulster. Tyrone. Nice. I guess I could go around and rename all these into like the anglicized names. Like this would be Limerick. This would be like Wexford. Kildare. This would be Meath, not Meade. This would be Sligo, Donegal. This is like 4 different counties. Antrim, all that sort of stuff. Connacht. Antrim's up here somewhere. One of these. I don't remember exactly which one's which. Man, Irish geography. It's like you learn all the counties and then you're just like, you know what, man? I'm just going to remember that there's 4 major regions. Okay, there's Connacht, Leinster, Ulster, and Munster. I might have mixed these up. I can't remember which one of these is Munster. Yeah, the bottom one is Munster. There you go. I remember those ones. I know Cork is like down here. I know Limerick is here. I know Roscommon is like up here somewhere. Sligo's up here. Roscommon is somewhere here. Donegal. Fermanagh, Antrim, Tyrone are up here. Donegal and Down are up here. Listen, Irish geography is hard to remember. We lost an advisor. We are going to want to do that. And we actually got a cardinal. Now, we are probably going to go Protestant because they have pretty good advantages to... Yearly prestige seems reasonable here. It'll help us keep this nice and high. They have pretty nice advantages to colonizing. But in the meantime, like, being able to pick up something here wouldn't be bad. Like, if we could just get a little bit of mercantilism from the Pope, I think that wouldn't be bad. So we're going to save up here. I'm not going to spend any papal influence here. I'm going to see if I can save it up. We're going to reject the reform, take the 2 inflation. We can deal with that little bit of inflation for a while. We'll buy it down eventually when I'm ahead of time. Let's see. 5. I'm going to lose military power. So this is, because our Republican tradition is getting low, we're getting more negative events. So I probably don't want to keep this guy much longer. Probably one more term will be reasonable. We'll see how that does. Yeah, we do have 2 more ideas to pick up. So we'll see how that goes. We'll probably fall behind a little bit in admin tech, unless I save up, and I guess I could save up and go for it to stay ahead of time and pick up the innovativeness. It would slightly delay my idea costs, which is fine. I wouldn't get lessons of war right away. But I'm okay with that, actually. Looks like someone has gotten ahead of us here. I think I'm better off actually taking the military cost reduction, because that'll mean I'll be able to invest in more manpower, which will overall just result in more naval force limit. And in fact, we can build another bark, which we will do, because we are getting some good thing out of here. We're making more money from pirateering than our entire navy costs, and we have like big ships and 10 transports. Let's see. I spent 5 admin power to not suffer major consequences. I think that's a reasonable thing to do. And I'll probably just go straight for this then. Okay, we're going to keep this guy 1 more year. Okay, so Ravensburg. Let's see. You will not join my trade league. Let's have a look. Memmingen will join my trade league. Damn, they're already in a trade league. Damn, they're already in a trade league. Anhalt? The distance is a problem. It might not be the worst thing ever. Are you in a trade league? You are not in a trade league. Let's improve relations with you. More trade leagues! Yay! Wait, are you already in a trade league? You are. Alright, stop improving relations with them. Alright, we got a new tech. I'm gonna wait until the year ticks over here. Yeah, I won't get innovativeness, so I'm better off just waiting. If I get war declared on me, I'll get it, obviously, as fast as possible. Junior partner of Castile. Man, that is crazy. Castile is so strong right now. Let's see. Who could I get friends with? Oh, looks like I have England as a rival now. Well, we may as well take them. They have a pretty strong navy compared to me, but army-wise, we're pretty on par. So France is probably more likely to... Yeah, the common rivals. The fact that France is allied with Scotland is a problem. But Castile might be more amenable. They have too many diplomatic relations. Who are England's enemies? Yeah, really just France and Castile. I'm Scotland's only real enemy. They're allied to France, which is a problem. I guess I'm just going to have to hope against hope that, you know, I'm scary enough to not want to not be worth invading. Oh, there's a fort here. I'm definitely getting rid of this. That is like way too much money to be spending on a fort this early in the game in a place that I don't care about. If anything, I'll have a fort here in Ulster, which is almost certainly what I might do next. Since I was actually already paying for a fort, I may as well build one. So I'll save up for that. There's the Isles. They've been fabricating on us. I'm not too worried about fabricating because once we reach Tech 9, we'll be able to form Ireland and we'll get special missions to conquer Britain, which we will do our best to make use of. But yeah, that's been like the first 20 years. I think it's not exactly the most exciting game, but it is a little bit of fun, a little bit different. Kind of a different style of play. Not many wars. We're kind of just sitting back and chilling and just building up. So I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel. And remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, I just want to say I love you all very, very much. And I'll see you later, taters.